Hi, my pre-K4 friends, Ms.Dawn here. Hey, I wanted to go over 4 little worksheets that I'm going to add for you guys to do throughout this week. So maybe you can just do one a day. This will help you with your reading, help you to read a little more fluent. What that means is you just kind of read along a little better and also comprehend what you're reading. And what it means to comprehend means you understand what you just read. So if I read a little story about a ball, then I could be able to sit down and tell you what the story was about, the comprehension, what I remember about it. And so we need these skills for when we go to kindergarten, which is coming up real soon. So I just want us to get into the habit of reading a little more and focusing a little bit more on reading. So the first one that we have is called sentence building. And this is a little fun because it's like a little puzzle. And so you'll see down here, you have up at the top, you have 3 blocks. So you're going to cut this into 3 and you see the dotted lines. And I want you to try really, really hard to cut right on the dotted lines, because what you're going to do is you're going to put the puzzle together here and you're going to glue it together. Once you see, because down here it doesn't look right? We have the little boy's face here and then we kind of got the park and then we got the little boy's face here. Well, that doesn't go together. What if the little boy's face comes first, so then we add that face over here like a puzzle, then we add this one to the third piece, and then we're going to have a sentence at the very end. So when we actually put this one together, it's going to say, I can run. And once you see what the sentence says, you are going to write the sentence 2 times, one on the first line, and then the second one on the second line. So you're going to be able to write, I can run. When we are writing, I want you to be super careful that we touch the top line, touch the bottom line when we're doing our capital letters. Our lowercase letters do not start up at the top, up at the attic. No, and don't go all the way down to that basement. It's going to stay at our house line, this middle line. And so you will do your lowercase ones starting there, except the ones that have the stick, the really long one, like the D, the B, the K has one as well, the L, even though it's lowercase, it goes top to bottom. So there are some that you still use that. So I really wanted to try to focus on our writing a little bit with this as well, and not going past the line, that we stop right at the line, if we can do that. So that is going to be your little puzzle piece, the little scrambler, if you will. So I will send this out to your moms and your dads, and you print it off and show me how it worked out. Tell me what you thought about it. The other one is our reading fluency, and it's going to have like a sight word up here, a focus word, if you will. And so this one happens to be A. This is set 1 and this is A. And so what you're going to do, your job to do, is you're going to read each line. We're going to read it. So we're going to read this one together, and Ms. Dawn's going to hold it up and then read it to you. You just won't see my face. So the first line just says I. So we're going to say I see. I see a. I see a rainbow. I see a rainbow in. I see a rainbow in the. I see a rainbow in the sky. So we are just adding basically a word to each line. So we're actually repeating it, which is good. And a lot of them are some of our sight words that we've been practicing as well. Once we finish the whole sentence, we'll read it again. I see a rainbow in the sky. You're going to take that sentence, the very last one, because that's the full sentence. It even has a period at the end. And we're going to take these 2 lines and write it. And remember, spacing is important. When we're writing a word, we can use our finger to space to write our next word so that we'll be able to see it. Just like they have spaces between these words when they are typing them as well. When we're finished our sentence, I want you to go down here, and these are questions. And they're questions about this one sentence. So this is going to show me that you understand what you just read. So let's do the first one together. I see a. What did they see? What did they see in this sentence? What did they say they saw? Did they see a bird? a rainbow, or a butterfly? When it was reading in here, it said, I see a rainbow. So you would just circle B, and that would be rainbow. The next question over here, the rainbow is in, well, where's the rainbow? Where did we say the rainbow was in where? Let's see our options. Read all of them before you circle them. First one, the rainbow is in the sky. The rainbow is in the park. The rainbow is in the yard. Did we read about the park? Did it say anything about a park in here? Did we read anything about the yard in here? Did we read about yard? No, but we did read about in the sky. I see a rainbow in the sky. So you would go ahead and circle letter A. And then that's all that you have to do. And if you want to color this cute little rainbow man, you are more than welcome to do that as well. Our next one is the same kind of idea. You're going to read a couple sentences, and then you're going to answer some questions just to see if you remember what you read. And if you didn't, it's okay. You can go back to your sentences and read them again until you find the answers. That's okay. I want you to do that. I want you to be able to find the answers and see if you can. If you do it by memory, that's okay too. Whatever works for you. So let's read this one. Fluffy the cat. Cats are pretty fluffy, huh? Fluffy is a cat. She likes to play. Fluffy can jump very high. Ooh. So the first question, what kind of animal is Fluffy? What is Fluffy? So, is it a dog or a cat? Well, we can go back up here because it says Fluffy is a cat. So we would just color in the little dot next to cat. The next question, what does she like to do? Does she like to play or does she like to jump? Let's see. She likes to play. So we are going to go ahead and color in the play. What can Fluffy do? Oh, what can she do? Well, up here it says Fluffy can jump very high. So can she jump high or can she walk? What does it tell us up here in the text? It tells us that she can jump high. So we are going to go ahead and color in that circle. So that just lets me know that as we're reading it, we're remembering what we read. And sometimes we don't remember, and that's okay. Sometimes Ms. Dawn has to go back and I have to read a paragraph again to make sure that I fully understand it. Or if I'm asked a question about something, sometimes I go back into the book and then I look for the answers to make sure that I'm remembering it all correctly. So you can always go back to the sentences and reread them so that you can find the answers. This just helps us a little bit as we progress with our reading. And reading is supposed to be fun. And you know from last year, Ms. Dawn has always said that reading is so important. And if you can read and you can understand what you are reading, you are going to be able to do whatever you need to do. Because a lot of it involves us reading, understanding, and following directions on how to do things. So this is just some fun little activities that we can add to our day and be able to do them. So I'm going to send these 3 worksheets to your moms and your dads, and they'll print them off for you, and you go ahead and do them. I would love to see your work. So if you want to send me maybe just one of the ones you want. And remember, when we're writing, I want you to hold your pencils properly because kinder next year, you're going to do a lot of writing. So let's take this opportunity and this time to really practice our writing. So when we get to kindergarten, we'll be able to show our teachers, whoa, we can read, we understand what we're reading, we can write, and just be able to do so well in kindergarten, because that's our objective. That's our goal, is to make sure you are so ready for kindergarten, and then you get to come back to the preschool and show Miss Dawn and Miss Brooke and Miss Sandy or Miss Ricky or any of us all your work that you've been doing and how proud you are, because you guys are so smart. So if you have any questions, and this includes mom or dads, if you have any questions, please just give me a holler and I will answer all that I can answer. I hope you guys are having fun. It's a beautiful day today. Like, Miss Dawn's getting ready to go out and do a 5-mile bike ride because it is too pretty to be inside. So I hope today maybe take a little bit of time, a little break, maybe do a little picnic in your backyard. So maybe eat your lunch on a blanket in your backyard, or go outside and kick a ball, or do bubbles or something fun like that. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. See ya.